So what I went ahead and did is opened up that lesion that was risen, and just let some of the content come out. And I'm going to go ahead and work on his nose. And let's go ahead and Draven, I know it's been a little bit since you've been here, so it's like deja vu now, right? Like, oh no, I've been here and she's done that, oh no. But I promise it'll look really nice after we get done with it, okay?
Okay.
Today is such a beautiful morning. Got up and made myself some coffee, and I have like a little, my house is not a big house, it's a small house, but I have the backyard set up so that birds could come and feed, and so it's so nice to see them all gather up. And while I was having my coffee, they were having their breakfast. It was really nice. Okay, Draven, I'm going to turn you this way. So he does have a lot of blackheads through here, and I'm going to go ahead and remove those because you don't want to keep them on there. They'll grow, and then they'll make his pores look bigger, and they will get bigger, and I don't want that. Just remember, once those pores are opened, then we can make them look smaller, exfoliate the area so the surface of that pore will smooth down, but it won't close. So we have to make sure that, because I'm saying they're not like windows where you open and close them, but we could definitely keep them looking nice and clean. Draven, you have made my day. You don't even know. It's so good to see you. I have missed you.
I miss you too.
Not the extractions, but me, right?
Yes, you.
This way, and then you could see them come up. I'm going to just give this a try. I'm not sure if this is going to work or not. Kind of push against that pore. And I'm just getting the ones that are kind of bigger. I am going to go back and wash with a 20% acid wash. And the reason why I'm going to do this is because, you know, he hasn't seen me in a little bit. He's not really as primed as I want him to be. And so I'm going to use the 20 to help soften that area for him. Okay. Now the 20% acid wash, I don't recommend it unless you really are very, very oily. And I really rather you start at a 12% and maybe work yourself up to a 20. The 20 is great for anti-aging, but you have to start, because it's like a chemical peel. So basically this wash is like using a chemical, it is using a chemical exfoliant in a soap base. So really does, exfoliate very nicely. But you don't want to compromise the pH balance of the skin. And so you want to make sure you really hydrate that skin. Drink plenty of water. And sometimes you'll feel like your skin has acclimated to it. You know, and a lot of times I hear patients say, oh, I feel like my skin has gotten used to it. And it will. So what you need to do is, if you're only using it, let's say for instance 5 times a week, then do it 5 times a week, twice a day, or change to a higher percentage. But doesn't mean that it's not working. It really doesn't. It's that you're used to that tingly feeling, and you don't feel that because you've removed a lot of those cells already. But back off and let your skin build up back again, and you'll see. But as long as you keep using it, because it is an exfoliator. And you can see already just that nice, see how the pores already looking smaller? And it's just because it's getting rid of a lot of that debris. I am in a contest for Central Texas. I think it's for this area. And basically what it is starting on the 9th, you can vote for me. And it just allows me to tell my story in our newspaper. And there's like 10 people that are going to be able to win this contest. And I would love for you guys to vote for me, if it comes from your heart, to do so, because I would love to really tell my story from the beginning and how everything kind of fell in its place for me, and like to share that with our community. So I'm going to be posting something on my Facebook page where you can go to and vote, okay? So I truly would appreciate it if you did that for me. And if you don't, that's okay. I still love you guys. All right, so that's much better, feels better. I do want to get in these little corners. I'm going to open these up. Are you using a sunscreen?
No.
No. I'm going to give you some samples to take with you, and then you let me know which one you like. You need to use sunscreen because you're starting to get a little bit of the little brown spots. It's probably from when you were little. Did you spend some time in, like, a lot in the park or go swimming a lot?
I'm not sure.
No, you don't remember?
No.
Well, being from Puerto Rico, I have those memories. Isn't that crazy? I loved it. I regret it now, but I loved it then. We didn't have, the information that we have now concerning the sun. I remember my mom, she bought me an SPF 2. You go figure. But that's what they had by Coppertone. And I cried and cried and cried. I was so upset because my mom was making me put on an SPF 2. I always like to look real tan. And we used to, I used to put Crisco. It's crazy. My friends and I, we used to put Crisco and lay on top of our roof so we can get darker. Oh my goodness. So no, we don't do that anymore. If you want to comment below and just let me know, what did you guys do when you were younger in teen years to get a tan? I know that it would have to be my generation, because now that's just unheard of, you know. Okay, turn this way. How are you holding up?
I'm doing alright.
Draven, do you ever watch your own videos?
I used to.
You used to? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're gonna see on this one. I'm glad you came in, because you really did need a good cleaning, you know?
Yeah.
Did you feel it kind of building up already?
A little, yeah.
Yeah. A little deeper in this. Okay, so it's got a little bit of an active bacteria. You could see it in here. I'm gonna go ahead and lightly open it up. Do you guys remember how we do this? We stretch it outward. Okay. Instead of pushing inward. And the reason why is because you don't want to get that bacteria to go in, but you want it to flow out, okay? So again, you could go, I sometimes do a 4x4 on this. Just a gauze, you know? And then you just kind of turn it until it starts to drain. this is gonna sting a little bit, okay?
Alright.
And that's because I'm gonna use the 20 again, and I'm gonna pat it lightly. Reason why I'm doing that is because remember we talked about it coming up to the surface of the skin, the bacteria. So that's what I wanted to do, okay? Still love me? I'm so sorry. And you want to go ahead and pat this dry, or pat the water on there. You don't want to scrub because you don't want to create friction. So talk to me about this area. Do you find it that you do this sometimes because it just kind of like may itch a little bit and you just find doing this? Pinching it, or?
No.
No? Okay. So it's just kind of doing its own thing?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Alright. So I'm going to open one of these here, but what I'm going to do, and this is for the for the esthetician that's watching. What I usually do whenever I have a little bit of the possibility of that patient scarring, and you see that it's red, so it's active bacteria. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to either put salicylic on there, which is aspirin based. You want to make sure they're not allergic to aspirin. Or I will put trichloric acid at a 20%. It's a nice exfoliator, and it also kills bacteria, and then it'll peel, so it'll get that cell turnover going, okay? So that's gonna be the protocol. I'll let you know exactly what I'm gonna do towards the end, but one of those two is the one I'm gonna go ahead and use on him. Does that hurt, Draven, by any chance?
Yes.
It does, okay. So, you tend to keloid a little bit. Do you have any other keloids anywhere? Or hypertrophic scars?
I'm not sure. I got both my ears pierced and my eyebrow, but my eyebrow, I think, is the only one.
The only one? Okay. You have to be really careful, okay? And just make sure you pick someone who's very reputable, because you're very prone. Actually, my suggestion would be not to get them, because they can get out of hand and grow pretty bad, and then you'll have to either get them cut off. Usually what they do is they put a steroid shot to bring it down, and it's pretty painful, okay? So anyway, I don't want that for you, so just don't mess with them, okay?
Okay.
All right. Okay, so we're not gonna mess with anything back here behind the ear, because he's got some scars that are forming on there. So as you can see, he got himself a piercing, and then it caused an infection, and he's got a little bit of hypertrophic scarring going on there. So we have to be very careful. Now we're going to go on this side here, and I'm going to just gently open those. It's not too bad. He's a little bit more agitated. Let's see. This one's not as bad. Okay. Which side do you sleep on?
I'm not sure. It just depends.
Depends, okay. Make sure you change out your pillowcases, okay? Preferably use a white pillowcase. And so that way the bacteria doesn't sit on the pillowcase and get on your face, okay?
Okay.
And you can see it's starting to come out. Some pressure there. It came out. Okay. I am going to double check. Check just one more time. There we go, just a little bit there. I'm going to go ahead and use the 20% wash. Same way I did on the other side. He's got some active scarring right there. Okay, he's got a small milia right here and right there. So I'm going to go ahead and get it out. Remember, bevel up, 35-degree angle, stretch that skin, and you're just going to go around the perimeter and create little left of that skin, so it'll have somewhere, you know, just to go out from, because milias need to be open. There's no way you can get them out unless you open them. So, and I don't know if you can see it, but we got it out. Okay. There's one right there. Cut that out. The nose area. Okay, so this is about as much as we're gonna do. He's not as acclimated as I want him to be. So I'm gonna, there's some other areas definitely that I wanna work on. So we'll have him come in, right, Draven? You're gonna come back and see us?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash his skin one more time. Remember I told you that I'm gonna go ahead and spot treat those areas that have active scarring, which we call tracking, and so we're gonna work on that real quick, and you're gonna feel this a little bit right then, okay?
Okay.
And then we're gonna dry his skin really good. And I'll put the acid on there. This is the one that we were working on earlier. And I said I went ahead and opened it up. Try to get stretch out. So what I'm doing is I'm pushing from here up and out through the area that I opened. Kay's been somewhat busy working, and so just tell everybody what you've been up to.
No, I've just been working primarily. Been meaning to apply back to school. That's been a hassle lately.
Tell them more what happened.
So the school I went to actually lost my SAT scores, meaning I got to retake the test, and I've been slacking on that lately. But I'm starting up again.
That's so good. Well, we haven't seen him in a little while. He ran out of his product, and so he's been busy. So he's a little bit clogged. Nothing that we can't unclog. And then I'm gonna get him back on his products today. And so he should be doing good. I am gonna do a light acid afterwards, so it'll keep his pores nice and clean for him. It's always good to see Kay. Make sure these pores are nice and clean. We've been having great weather, which I love. We had a pretty bad thunderstorm. Did you guys get a lot of rain or hail? Okay.
In the backyard, yeah.
Yeah.
We got flooded.
Oh, you did?
Just a tad.
I have had my car fixed, I think twice, maybe 3 times. And so every time I hear that there's a report of hail, I'm like, oh my goodness. Well, we're gonna go ahead and do a light acid on him, and then I'll have him come back in 2 weeks, and we'll finish up his extractions. I just wanted to do this for you guys since we hadn't seen him in a little while, but I really want to go ahead and do a peel and then get his skin back on track, and we will see a difference like before and after. It'll be really nice. Anyway, you guys, it's so good to always come to you guys through social media. I love you guys very, very much. Thank you for your support. I look forward to seeing you soon. And like I always say, remember, I love you, but God loves you more. Take care. God bless. Favorite, which is Daryl. Daryl, welcome back. We're so glad you're here.
Thank you.
So talk to me. Tell me a little bit about what's been going on. Kind of update everyone because they want to know. They want to hear your voice. So talk to me about your health. What's kind of give us an update.
Everything is, as far as the cancer goes, that's clear.
Right.
But I have to wait 2 years, so separately, fingers crossed. My son will text for me, and then I won't have to bother anybody else with trying to get a kidney.
No, you're not bothering anybody else, but that is so wonderful that your son wants to do that.
Yes.
You know, so it's awesome. We'll be praying for sure. We'll continue to pray. So, what else has been going on?
Social distancing.
I know, isn't that something?
Just social distancing, trying to do my best to stay as safe as possible.
Good, because you know they're going to ask about that. So, okay, so we got this here. I'm going to go ahead and grab, there's an ingrown hair there. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get, you can see where the ingrown hair is at. Go ahead and get that out. Yes. And the rest of your family, how are they doing?
Everyone is doing well.
Oh, that's so good.
I was just concerned about my family in Chicago because of all the riots.
Because of the riots? Oh my goodness.
I have 2 sisters that's managers at stores. They both lost their stores.
Both lost their stores? Oh my goodness. We have been just praying, and you know, we want a peaceful ending to this, but we want justice, you know? And so, wow. And how are they doing?
They're fine. My older sister, when she went by her store, she cried.
I bet. Because that means no job for her, right?
Yeah, no job. But she's fortunate. She's a manager, so she'll still get paid.
Oh, good.
But her employees won't.
Yes. What about your other sister that you said you had 2? 3 that are all in Chicago? Okay.
And the 2 lost their jobs, and the other one just had a baby. So she's sick of her baby.
Yay. Oh,
so
congratulations. You're not going. Your skin held pretty well.
I was trying to clean as much as I can.
I'm going to go this way. So you could see this is the perimeter, and I'm going from the outer perimeter supports the pore, the opening of the pore, to get everything out. How are you holding up?
Good.
Okay. Well, it's a beautiful day today here in Texas. One, because Daryl's here. And two, I think it's going to be like 96.
Wow.
So that's kind of hot. I was thinking about taking my daughter somewhere today. And I was like, ooh, 96. Let me see. We're still going to go somewhere, but we're going to be in the car, I guess. Sometimes it gets too hot. Okay, I'm going to stretch through here. Okay, and then you could see right there, there's a little outer perimeter where the pores filled. You could see it. I'm going to go ahead and stretch. There we go. The great thing about Daryl's skin is because he's so acclimated in the sense that he's been using the glycolic wash. So what it does is that it keeps the skin exfoliated. So when I go in to extract, it's very receptive. And again, we can't open anything, or we just have to keep cleaning his skin until everything is approved by his doctor when it comes to any cysts and things like that. Okay. Again, there's the outer perimeter. You can see it. That pore. And just a little more right through here. There we go. Okay, there you go right there. We're going to go ahead and clean that out. Just stretching really good to make sure that I don't miss anything. He's really dry right now. We just washed his skin. So I'll go back and take care of that for him. All right. Okay. Stretch. Wonderful little pore here. You okay? I want you to be able to breathe, okay? Those have never watched my video before and this is your first time tuning in, this is a flesh mole right there, but right next to it you could see it, there's a clogged pore, and there it is. And you can still see, even though the camera won't catch it, but right there is a little pocket. Do you remember when we first did one of the first videos and we talked about the triangle of death? Remember that? And I remember a lot of people questioned me on it. And I often think about that, because if you don't extract correctly, you know, this area is so sensitive, you can cause some problems. So when it comes to extracting in this area, I really suggest that you leave that to a professional, you know. And this is a little pore that keeps on giving. Daryl, it really is so good to see you. I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you. It's good to be back. Can I tell you about two of your youngest
You
viewers?
can tell me anything you want. Go ahead. Tell me about it.
Mary Beth has two little ones. Mary Beth is the one that sends out the bracelets.
Yes.
Yeah, she said she still has some, and she was going to send them out. She was just practicing social distancing. For her two little ones, Abby and Nate,
All right.
adores you. Abby watches your videos every day.
Goodness. Hi, Abby. Oh. So Abby and Nate. Oh. Hi, Abby, and hi, Nate. Thank you for supporting us, Daryl. Yep, we had a lot of boxes, and Jody and Griselle worked very hard. Overall, we were really happy. I mean, there were a couple little boxes that arrived damaged. You know, post office, I guess they just throw boxes around. But overall, I think we did great, because we only had like two, 3 boxes. And we had one that still has not arrived. That one we're not happy about. So, and even though we sent it priority, you know, it's just hard. You can never predict. So, but I do want to thank everyone that's been so patient with us and has, you know, walked us through this whole step of developing, you know, our site so that they can order it, and just waiting patiently. Just no words. Just so grateful.
I have to have that procedure done on the 15th.
Which one? Oh, the one for your leg? So tell the viewers what you're having done.
Oh, I think it's called audiogram. It's angioplasty. They're going to go in through the groin and run I think a tube down there and try to clear some of the clots. My wife thought it came from my diet.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I say, I don't eat that.
What do you eat?
Regular food.
Define regular food. That sounds like an answer I would give.
I eat the steaks. I like vegetables.
Okay, that's good.
I don't. I cut back on eating a lot of the cheeseburgers. I love fruit.
Yes, well, that's great.
Sweets. Shannon sent me some cookies. Thank you, Shannon.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, I try to eat healthy chicken.
Yeah.
Pork chop.
I don't know, in between that, you really like cheeseburger,
Yeah, cheeseburger.
and then steak,
Mm-hmm.
and then what else did you say?
Fruit.
Fruit, and then you
vegetables.
threw in there. What did you else put in there? Pork chop.
Pork chops, yeah. Try to change it up because it's being at home and just cooking everything.
Oh,
Getting boring and well, not boring, but it's like, what can I do? What else can I do?
yes.
But I think my diet is okay. It's not bad as it used to be when I was younger.
Yeah.
But the doctor told me that the dialysis is wearing, and that's one of the things that can happen.
No.
So even though I'll get this done, if they ride down my legs, a couple of years I'm gonna have to have it done.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. If I stay on dialysis.
Okay, but you're not. I just believe that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so he's got a lot of filament here. We started talking about pork chops and my stomach is growling. I ended up having to, you get up in the morning, you make breakfast, you wash your dishes, and then you're planning for lunch, and then you take something out to thaw out for dinner, and I just, through this whole process, became a master chef.
Me too.
Oh my goodness. Gonna feel a little pressure, okay? It's, how are you doing?
Good.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and go on this side and see. We start on the forehead. I was telling Daryl that I was looking at some of his videos and comparing to what his skin looked like, you have done so well.
You've done so well.
Team
I
effort.
just maintained it. Before I knew face hygiene, I used to always use sea breeze and alcohol.
Really?
Yeah. That was my cleaner.
That was your cleaner? The thing with sea breeze and alcohol is that it really strips your skin. It causes you to have more production of oil, so it's, it really interferes with the skin barrier. So your skin doesn't know how to produce water as it does with oil, because when you drink water, it really, most of the water goes into your internal organs, and then whatever is left, basically is on the skin. So a lot of times that's how come you really need to drink plenty of water. And so definitely, if you are using alcohol or sea breeze, it can cause the skin to get dehydrated and stripped.
Yeah, I used to get the alcohol when I had a breakout and just hold it there. Hold it on the breakout.
Yeah.
Or whatever, then the next morning, bruise more.
Yeah. There we go. Again, we're just, there it is from here on, and we're just gonna move that over. until you don't see that, until you see that little pocket kind of empty out. Again, stretch, and you're gonna look at the skin, and there's a little bit left. And then just push that. Holding up okay, my friend?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. To this side here. Again, stretch. You can still see some. There you go. And so. Hold it up, okay?
Mm-hmm.